Hey guys, good morning, it's Tiffany. What is freaking up, you guys? Welcome to Vlogmas Day 1! Wow, I am attempting to do Vlogmas this year, and we're starting Vlogmas off with a very busy day. So I just made myself breakfast. This is very unusual for me, but the reason I'm making breakfast for myself today is because I actually have a panel with McDonald's. I'm literally speaking on their panel in front of a bunch of franchise owners. So I believe there's gonna be over 100 people watching this live stream of this panel that includes me in it. I have no idea why they chose me. I should probably have a good hearty breakfast so that my brain doesn't have brain farts, because lately I feel like I can't speak very well or very eloquently. So last night I did a bunch of research. I looked over all the questions, kind of wrote out little ideas I had or little thoughts I had about each question. So I just prepped myself for today's panel, but I made myself my favorite meal, which is oatmeal, and I always have to make it look very aesthetic. It just makes it a lot more delicious. So this panel starts in literally 13 minutes. I don't have a lot of time to eat. I thought I'd have enough time to curl my hair, but I actually don't. I don't have any blueberries, but this is so good. All right, I'm gonna try to finish my food, look over all of my notes, and log into the panel. Little update here, Callie is here. My panel with McDonald's just finished, and that was the most nerve-wracking thing. I'm literally sweating everywhere. I feel like I couldn't eloquently speak what my thoughts were in my head, but I think I did okay. I think I did good. My managers are telling me that I did a great job, but they have to kind of say that. But today's a really busy day, so I'm gonna stop by the house really fast because I want to drop off the camera to Manuel. I just bought a new camera. It's the EOS M50, and I'm gonna give it to him so that he can film whenever he's at the house, because he's at the house more often than I am, since he's pretty much the developer and project manager of the entire thing. So he's always there, and he loves being on camera, or at least he loves showing what he did on camera. So I kind of want to give him a camera to kind of have him like do all that fun stuff. Oh, whoa guys, I didn't even realize we had a fence up. So I guess the fence came in. That's amazing. Let's see if anyone's here. You guys are digging a sewer line? Yeah, this one. Oh, we're getting a new sewer line? Oh, it was made out of clay? Yeah. Oh, interesting. That's so weird. So the Bobcat came in and did all the concrete. So if you guys remember, there was a bunch of concrete leading up to the driveway into the garage. And as you guys can clearly see, the Bobcat came in and destroyed all the concrete, and we picked it up, cleaned it out, stuck it in the trailer. Wow. And then now like half the house is wide open. I just thought I'd give you guys a quick little walkthrough. The inspector is at the house right now, just double checking everything looks good so that we can move into our next phase of the project. It's looking incredible. We have the left side of the house that is completely gone. As you guys can see, we just have pretty much the framing, and I think I already explained this to you guys. I could be wrong, but we are keeping this wall because it's going to be grandfathered in, and we're going to put up a fence so you can't see the neighbor's house. Right now with an easement, if we were to remove this wall, we'd have to move it 2 feet inwards, and we are going to be redoing the entire foundation as well. I know that was a concern for you guys. We looked at the foundation, it didn't look good, so we're going to be spending about $20,000 to $30,000 on the foundation, which breaks my heart because it's so much money. That is so much money. It needs to be done, so we're gonna do it, of course. With us doing the sewer line, doing the foundation, and also demoing the entire garage, that's gonna cost us about $50,000. So we're spending $50,000 this week. I literally want to cry thinking about it, because no one's gonna see the sewer line, no one's gonna see the foundation. People will see the garage, so that makes sense, but it's so much money building a house. It's gonna be worth it. This house is gonna look so amazing. So let me just show you guys what we had done. So it was made out of clay before that, and it actually was in pretty good condition, but we do want to put a new sewer line that's gonna look really good, and it's gonna be up to date, so it lasts forever. I believe we're going to be doing copper sewer lines. I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure that's what we're doing. As you guys can see, this is all the concrete from the driveway and the little entranceway. I think this is our like 6th trailer truck, and as I told you guys before, this is about $900 a pop, so we spent $5,000 on just getting debris outside of the house. Guys, it looks amazing. It looks really good back here. Everything looks so clean. We got rid of all the brush, the bushes, the jungle. We got rid of all this stuff. And yes, I did keep everything that was somewhat valuable. We are keeping everything. We're not throwing anything away that was valuable in the safe. I know I finally showed you guys what was in the safe. Not sure if we should tell you exactly everything we found yet. That'll be in another video once I get the go-ahead that it's gonna be a good idea to show you guys. Let me show you guys what the garage looks like now, because we got rid of a bunch more stuff. So everything's cleaned out, just a wheelbarrow and the giant 4,000-pound safe that we kind of don't know what to do with. It's so heavy and we don't have the proper tools to get rid of it just yet, but we are planning on getting rid of it. It's just so damn heavy. So we moved all the wiring that was here. I still don't understand what these were doing here. From talking to David and Manuel, it seems like these are commercial grade wirings, so we don't know how they ended up at the house. The guy who used to live here must have had something to do with that. I know he was a ham operator, but it still doesn't make sense why there's so much wires. If you guys remember, all the bushes back here are gone, and we also started demoing on the roof. You can't see it because I can't get up there. Whoa, so that's cracks in the actual I didn't realize this was considered foundation. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Wow, it's really bad. So it's gonna be how much? 20,000 to fix the foundation? 25,000. All right guys, a little update here. So I am going over all the information I need for Aldo because I'm going to an event with them tonight, and I just looked up the place where the event's happening at, and it's happening at a $30 million house. I'm so excited to see it in real life. It looks so beautiful in photos. But Callie was telling me something. What were you saying again?
Oh, I sit on Zillow all the time, and when I looked up the place, I was like, this looks so familiar. I've seen this before. And then I realized it's like the $30 million house I've looked at on Zillow.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah. They're literally throwing an event while in the middle of selling the house. Should we show them some of the photos?
Bedrooms. I'm like, who?
We're gonna try to tour the entire house. I'm gonna show you guys a full ass
15
tour.
bedrooms, 15 bathrooms. Like, who actually?
Oh my god.
Like,
$29 million house.
Like, do people just buy this and
God.
have events at it?
I just want to know how much it costs to actually, you know, rent the space out for an event. Like, if it costs $29 million, it's probably like $500,000 to rent it out, or $100,000.
It's gonna be so.
It's gonna be so expensive to rent out. It reminds me of like an Italian villa.
Yeah, the decor's like
where was Versace, the Versace mansion, almost.
Like, sick. Look at the
That's
windows.
So cool.
Like this.
There's so much character to it, yeah.
So like the rest of them around it are like, I mean, they're expensive because they're like houses in Silver Lake, but it's like goes from like 1 million to like 2 million
to all of a sudden
like $29 million.
How big? Can you see the house again? I want to see how big the house is. 15 bedrooms, 15 bathrooms, 21,000 square feet. That's crazy. Time on Zillow 100 days, so no one's trying to buy it. Yeah, during the pandemic, who wants to buy a $30 million house? I don't know if any of you guys are obsessed with Selling Sunset like I am. I just finished season 4 in literally 2 days, and Graham Stephan was telling me all the behind the scenes stuff about the show, because if you guys don't know, Graham Stephan and I are slightly friends. I don't know what he'd consider me, but I think we're friends.
This description right here. What I love most about this home is that it is not worth the $5 million as stated here on Zillow. This is a guess at the value of the magnificent estate with no real information about the actual property. This property has been appraised multiple times over the last few years for over $45 million. There is a gross error in what Zillow is reporting. I am the owner of the property and have left messages on their corporate line urging them to contact me at once. Please, Zillow, correct the valuation. You are hurting me. Zillow listing said it was only $5 million. Now it's at $29 million, but apparently there's been multiple appraisals that said it's worth $45 million.
Oh, that's so funny. She's like, it's $45 million.
The owner's like, oh, you're wrong. It's not 30 million. It's only worth 45 million.
Wait, what was I saying? Graham Stephan and I are friends, and when I took him out to dinner with his girlfriend Macy, we talked about like the Selling Sunset and all the behind the scenes stuff. He told me some like secrets and stuff, but I'm still obsessed with that show. I love Christina, although Christina this season looked really bad. Chrishell used to be my favorite. She's no longer my favorite. I want to know if any of the Selling Sunset people are gonna be at this event selling the house. I'm just kidding. I highly doubt they're gonna be there. I put on a sweater. It is freezing inside my house, and it says it's 72 degrees, which is not cold to me, but it feels so cold today. So I'm gonna curl my hair because we have to leave to the Aldo event in literally 45 minutes. So I am gonna curl the hair. I'm excited because Callie and I are gonna order Shake Shack while we sit in the Uber, and we're gonna eat it on the way to the event because both of us are hungry, or at least I'm pretty hungry. Last night I could not sleep because I was so nervous for my panel with McDonald's. It turned out fine. I watched back the footage and I actually wasn't as nervous as I thought I was, and I wasn't blabbering as much as I thought I had been. But I do need to work on the fact that whenever I end a sentence like a question. So instead of saying a statement like, I love McDonald's, I'll say, I love McDonald's. It's the #1 thing I hate doing, and I did it. I'm so annoyed at myself. So right now I am using Kerastos's gold oil just to protect my hair a little bit. I love Kerastase products, huge fan. It's definitely a little pricey, but they work so well. It's so sad that I cannot have real nails. Next week is my last day of class, and I don't think I'm gonna do pottery for a few months because I'm gonna be super busy with Vlogmas, but I'm so excited to kind of grow out my nails back and maybe start doing my nails again. If I got engaged right now, like if Matt proposed, I'd have the ugliest nails, and I know that doesn't matter at all. If one of my friends was like, let's get our nails done together, I know he's trying to pop the question because your girl just cannot get her nails done. So I need to start just doing my nails so that I am shocked or surprised when I do get proposed to. Hint, hint, wink, wink, Matthew. But I am gonna curl my hair because I really don't have time to keep talking. So let's curl the hair. Alright guys, I just finished curling my hair. I'm literally watching Bachelor while I'm curling my hair right now, and I'm obsessed with Bachelorette. And Matt and I literally have like a running bet every single week if he thinks the boys are gonna cry or not. So this week a boy freaking cried, so I lost. But here is the hair. It looks really, really curly. I want it to fall down a little bit. Alright, I need to change and figure out an outfit. Excuse the poor lighting. I have really bad lighting in my bedroom. These are the shoes, and this is the bag that I'm wearing tonight. They're so epic, so bedazzled. I feel like I should wear something either black or brown. So my two black options is this little dress. This dress is from Revolve. It's skin tight and it has a lot of ruffling to it. It's definitely a bodycon dress. Versus this one is a little more fun. It has little fake feathers all around it for the trimming. I honestly think this might be the one. Wish me luck, guys. I do not know how to dress fancy to save my life. So I'm currently at Callie's house. We had to stop by downtown LA so that she can grab an outfit for tonight's event. I had to grab Shake Shack because every single time I'm in downtown LA, I have to get Shake Shack. It's so good. So I got myself some fries. I also got myself a Shack burger with crispy shallots. I also ordered some food for Callie as well. And then I'm also having a couple of chicken nuggets. Do you know?
Dress.
It's cute.
Let's see. I may have shown
Oh my God,
you. There
cute.
is a stain.
Where? Callie, I don't even see
Really?
what you're talking. No. Yes, look at Callie's apartment. It's so fun and funky. There's color actually versus my house has zero color inside of it. Callie and I are at our first event together. Guys, this house is crazy. Like actually crazy. Hey guys, I just got home. Wow, that was such a fun night. I literally had the best time ever. Also, the entire Aldo crew, I had no idea, was from Montreal, and they're literally like the nicest people, and it makes sense because I fucking love my Canadians. But I just got home and Matt literally cleaned the entire house, which makes me so happy. So I love you, Matthew. He literally cleaned the house. So this is kind of what it looks like. Yes. So nice. So his sister is actually coming in and staying with us from Chicago, and I thought I would have to come home and like clean because a lot of the mess was really my mess, but he ended up doing it. Literally date a guy who is cleaner than you. Best fucking decision ever. But honestly, that is it with my night. I'm working a bunch tonight because I am working with Aldo. They do need me to post a TikTok within 12 hours. So by the time you guys watch this video, a TikTok will be out. So I want you guys to go watch it to see how much fun I had, because I literally had the best time with Aldo, and hopefully the TikTok turns out really good. So I'm gonna be working the rest of the night, but I did post a bunch of my photos that I took today at the event. They turned out really freaking cute. I wanted to do kind of like a photo series of me at the event, so I'm doing different little things. First one being, of course, getting some alcohol, because if there is an open bar somewhere, even though I don't drink a lot, I will still grab a free drink. So I grabbed a glass of Prosecco. Then, next shot, just hanging out, vibing, you know, doing some good stuff, just like sitting on a couch. I was actually waiting for an aura reading at this point. Then this one is like cute outfit of the day, looking at the beautiful paintings in this house. Then here's me playing Prosecco Pong. I did make a shot, by the way, if you guys are curious. Okay, here's video proof. Woo! Honestly, literally had the best time ever. So do me a favor, guys, go follow me on TikTok and watch the TikTok I posted with Aldo. That's gonna be at MissTiffanyMa. This is what my aura looks like. It's very blue. She said I was very sensitive, which makes a lot of sense. I've become a very sensitive person. I do not know why. It kind of sucks because my aura 4 years ago was purple and blue with greens and yellows. It was very colorful, and now my entire aura is just blue. So if you guys are into auras and know what this means, let me know. All I know is that it means that I'm sensitive, and actually they did give me a little thing that explained my auras, but I don't think this is completely accurate. Loving, nurturing, compassionate, sensitive, forgiving, loyal, spiritual, emotional, depth, teaching, communicates, and a good listener. Oh, that's kind of true. I'm a very good listener. I'm also very loyal. I'll show you guys a photo of what my aura used to look like. It was so colorful and vibrant. Now it's just so sad, but I'm not sad, so I don't know why it looks like this. I'm so confused. But yeah, today was a good day to the start of Vlogmas. I hope you guys are enjoying it. If you guys made it to the end of this video, comment down below what you guys want to see me do during Vlogmas. That'll be like the end of the video question to see who was a part of the end of the video crew. I love it when you guys make it to the end of the video because it just means you guys genuinely love my videos. But I love you guys. I'm gonna try to do a lot of work tonight, and I'll see you guys in Vlogmas day 2. Bye, guys. Bye.
Hey, you the best part of every single day. Ooh, no matter what I do, I'll be lost in you.